Are you struggling to balance work life, career life, and parenthood or motherhood or fatherhood? Here are the tips or secrets that has helped me so far after resuming back to work. And in this video, we will dive into the real life struggles of parenting, the real life struggles of balancing, work life, career life, and raising a child or raising children. It's not easy to do that, but it is possible. And at the end of the day, I'm going to share with you some practical tips on how to have a fulfilling work life balance that would leave you empowered and take control of your time and your life so that you don't get stressed and overburdened or stimulated because of the fact that things are not working as you have planned them to. Hello guys, hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so grateful that you are here. I'm so grateful that you are still here supporting me, holding me down. I'm grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you for your likes, for your subscription, for your comments, for your engagement, for sharing my videos, for liking my videos, for all that you've done so far to keep me grounded on this channel. I am grateful. Okay, I'm grateful. Thank you so much. For those who don't know me, my name is Gloria Mbayo, and I talk about lifestyle, I talk about faith, I talk about God, I talk about I vlog, travel vlogs especially. I'll be releasing content on cooking, healthy tips and tricks, as well as healthy things to take, smoothies, teas, everything that has to do with your health, that has to do with also money, that has to do with wealth, that has to do with finance is going to be on this channel, that has to do with Germany because I live in Germany, and that has to do with migration, immigration, just living in Germany in general. That's going to be a series that I'll be, bringing out very soon. So stay tuned, guys. This channel is about to become bubbly. So there's going to be a lot of content coming very soon. So please stay tuned. Please watch to the end. Like, share, subscribe. Don't leave this dial. Thank you guys so much. Bye. Number one struggle for me that I've noticed is time management. Sometimes I plan, to wake up at this particular time, to do this at this particular time, but it doesn't really click the way I planned it sometimes. Constantly feeling like there isn't enough time. 24 hours is not enough again. Sometimes I feel like, God should have added maybe 36 hours in a day. But really 24 hours sometimes feels like it's too less, it's too small. It can't help me fulfill the things I need to do in that day. But it's not true. It's just that at that point I'm struggling to manage my time properly, to allocate the time to certain tasks that I know are very important, trying to prioritize my needs. You understand? Number two is parental guilt, the emotional toll it has on you, feeling like you're falling short of being a parent, and also carrying your career to the place where it's supposed to be. Me resuming back to work, it's been that type of a struggle. Should I work full-time? Should I work part-time? Am I giving my best at work? I come to work, sometimes I'm tired. It's everything in between. What about the fact that there is just this unpredictability? Your kid falls sick, school, the school is closed, there's emergencies happening everywhere, work schedules are also changing. There's a lot of unpredictability when it comes to juggling family life and career life. But at this point, I just thank God sometimes, because the few times they've called us, come and pick up your child, my husband has been available to do that, because it's not easy for me juggling the fact that I have to run from home and from work back home. What about the experience of burnout? There can be burnout, and for me it's what is happening at the moment. I'm juggling two roles. I'm juggling the physical part of taking care of the family, the mental exhaustion, the fact that my kid, my child, my husband was also a little bit unwell for a while, and I had to juggle everything. I was going to work, I was coming back, I was doing this and that, and now I'm sick. Or I'm not so well. I'm not sick. I'm better, but I'm not so well because of the fact that I've been doing a lot. What about lack of personal time? I don't have personal time as it is, because the moment I say let me take some time and scroll through the internet, my son is like, no, 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 no. I need it. I need your attention. So I don't even have personal time. Rarely have time to say, oh, go out and just have a good time with maybe a friend or two. There is no time for that. There's pretty much no time for that, because now you have a child. You have to be very calculative. You have to really plan very well to be able to enjoy some level of personal time. And that's life. It's the stage I'm in, and I just have to, find ways to navigate through this phase. It can be, tiring, it can be exhausting sometimes, but you just have to look for a way to see that what you're doing is also bringing a level of peace and calm to your spirit, to your heart, to your body. Okay? What about communication barriers? The difficulty explaining your needs to your boss, your co-workers, it's not easy. And even family sometimes, but for me, mainly it's my boss or my co-worker, because sometimes you're trying to say, oh, my child is teething at the moment, anything can happen, I might not be able to work, I might be coming late, or I might be called to come pick him up. You'll be explaining. Nigerians will say, you go explain, tire, no evidence. So excuse me. So it can be a real struggle, no joke. It can be a real struggle. But in all things, the Bible says that we are more than conquerors. He has given us strength to do, in short, to do beyond what we think we can actually achieve. And that's the grace of God in us, in our lives, for those who are believers. And really, truly speaking, the grace of God is what has sustained me till this point. I know I'm new to parenting and to parenthood, but all I can say is God's grace. It's not easy, but God's grace is available, and that grace can be available also for you. You just have to make yourself, available to be used and to be blessed by God. So what are the practical tips to balancing your work life with your child or with children? If you have more than one kid, there are different tips, different tips and tricks, to go about this. And number one is prioritizing and planning ahead of time. It is prioritizing and planning ahead of time. You can go with a weekly schedule. You can go with a daily schedule. What I used to do most of the time is I write my to-do list, even when I get to work, because I thought I was good with planning. Good with planning, managing. But when I started work, I noticed, organizational stuff is not so sharp as it used to be before. So I had to now start doing to-do list, either to-do list for a week or to-do list for the day. And also for the house is the same thing. I also have a to-do list to know, okay, these are the things I want to accomplish in the next few days, in the next 3 days, in the next 1 week. Meal planning, if that's what you do. For me, I don't really do meal planning, but you can also put that into consideration if that would help your family. But what I do is I cook in bulk so that it can last us for a week or two. So that's what I do. Not really meal planning per se, but a particular meal or two, just so that the coming days you only warm your food, you eat your food, and you don't think about, oh, what are we going to eat? What are we going to cook? Yeah. Number two is setting boundaries. You have to be able to communicate clearly your work hours. You have to be able to tell your family, okay, I work from 6 to 5, or I work from 7 to 8, or whatever. The same thing with your colleagues and with your boss. For me, I already know I work 6 hours a day, and sometimes I have worked overtime, due to certain intern seminars that have been created. But I let my people at work, at the office, my office people, my colleagues know that, oh, I have family and there's also family time and I have to leave the office latest by 3 p.m. It is a must. And I try my best to see that I leave on time, because if I don't, it affects me picking up my child and everything in between. So setting good boundaries is very important. For those who have grown up kids, you can also involve your child in the things that have to do with, activities, involve them, keep them busy so that you're able to also do things that are, important for you, especially if you're home. You understand? You can engage them in drawings, you can, sort them with, some paper activities, some hand and craft activities as well. Just keep them occupied, because the moment they are occupied, they are less noisy and also more independent. So they try things on their own, and that would help them. You understand? That would help them to, help them stimulate their brains, keep them engaged, and give you also a few breathing space to do one or two things. You also need to use playtime and nap time for your own good. When my child is napping, sometimes my husband will say, go and sleep or go and rest. I'm like, go and rest where? I have things to do. He's napping, but I cannot just go and nap. Gone are those days when they say the baby's napping, you go nap. The baby's napping, you no. It's not like that anymore. When he's napping, I have things to do. Is it I'm shooting a video, I'm editing my video, or I'm putting down some notes, or I'm watching videos that would help me, improve my skills. I have things to do. I cannot just nap because my baby's napping. I use the nap time that he's enjoying. I'm using that for my own benefit. Do you understand? And that's how you can go or get over or get around that phase, that time that you have. Another thing is outsourcing when possible, asking for help when necessary, when needed. I've said that also in my previous video. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to hire someone to help you clean your house if that's what would help you. Don't be afraid or feel you'll be stigmatized for doing things that would ease your own burden. I don't think anyone should be stigmatized for that. If you have the money, if you have the time, if you have the people around you, why not outsource certain things? Also, if you have a partner, ask them to do certain things for you, or to help you, or to help the home, or to help your child. Okay? Don't just think, oh, well, I'm in this alone. You're not in this alone. I mean, you're not alone. You should be able to have someone. If you have someone at home, if you have a partner, that partner should be able to assist you when necessary. Take advantage of flexible work options as well. If you have home office opportunities, why not go for it? For me, I don't really have that at the moment, but it's coming later in the future. But at the moment, I don't have it, and when I do have it, I plan to use it very judiciously and use my flexible hours very judiciously. And I wish I could even work just 4 days a week. That would be so awesome. But yeah, but if you have that, if you have the opportunity to work 4 times a week or to work 3 times a week, depending on how your job is, or what your job type or structure is, go for it. Go for it. And also, if you are the early morning type of person or the late evening type of person, that helps you to focus on your work. If you know you are the early morning type, then wake up very early and do what you have to do. If you are the one that is the late time person and you want to work during late in the night, the late night hour or something, then go for it. Me, I pretty much prefer to do things in the night. Early mornings, no, don't call my name in early mornings. Don't wake me up. It's just that I have to wake up. I have to be disciplined, wake up, because I have to go to work and because I have to earn money. But apart from that, I would prefer to actually sleep, have my good rest, and then start the day later in the day. But yeah, you have to look for something that works for you. Look for something that works for you, okay? Don't be expecting things to just fall in place just like that. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. No, 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 no. So you have to look for something that works for you and learn to say no. If there are things, engagements, people asking for your help or asking you to do certain things, maybe putting you in certain responsibilities where you know you cannot fulfill those assignments or tasks that are being handed down to you, you say no. Learn to say no. Learn to say no, I can't do it at this point. Sorry, unfortunately I can't. Unfortunately I can. Maybe in the future, but for now it's a no. Also, build network. Build community of people, of friends, of family members that can stand in for you, because definitely you cannot foresee emergencies at some point. Sometimes things would happen that you would need someone to step in and take care of your child for you, or stand in the gap for you. And it's very important to build those network of people that can do that for you at different times. Don't hesitate to ask family members and friends for help. Asking for help doesn't show you're weak. Asking for help doesn't show, oh, she's very, she cannot do this on her own. No, that's not what it means. Asking for help simply means asking for help. Asking for help simply means, even though I can do this, but I would prefer someone share the burden with me. And you should not be shy to do that as well. Okay? And also, if you know your week is so tight and so, jam-packed that you cannot even find time for your alone time, 15 minutes or even 10 minutes, spend 10 minutes to do something that brings smile on your face. At the end of the day, it's someone who is healthy, someone who is strong, someone who is emotionally stable, that can take care of the home front as well as taking care of the career front, and doing the best at the office and doing the best at home. Okay? Don't think, oh, I have to be all perfect. No, nobody's perfect. And also another thing, embrace your imperfections. In my job shows me the fact that there are so many imperfect people. In short, everybody is imperfect. Everybody's imperfect, because the moment you start talking to certain people, you get to find out how imperfect people are. You just see people, the physical charade and everything, and you be like, wow, this person is dope. Nobody ain't dope. People are struggling with so many things that you're wondering, what is wrong in this life? What is happening to people? People can get control of their emotions no more. People are suffering people are suffering with depression. People are having terrible thoughts. People can sleep in the night. People are wondering, oh, if this person doesn't come back to me, I'm going to kill myself. People are going through a lot. And if you can find a way to balance your work life, your family life, your spiritual life, your social life, then you're doing something good. And if there are days you cannot, it doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you to look down on yourself. You tap yourself on the back and say, well done for all the days you've done, the ones you've done, the things you've accomplished in the past. And this is my encouragement to you guys. Please remember that you are not alone in this. Balancing work life, career life, family life, it can be tough. It can be tough. But with a few adjustments here and there, I think it is possible to navigate. It is truly possible to navigate. And having the right mindset is also very important. Having the right support system is very important. It is very possible. Just know that you're not alone, and there are so many people in these shoes, and they are also trying to navigate and to find ways to better their life. Tell me, please, what are your to-go strategies for work life and family life? No, please share the tips in the comment section. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Bye.